An awful attempt, and it just depends on what Anderson turns up here. If he's got his game head on, and if he's got his doubling head on. If he's finishing, he'll take some stopping. If he's fretting, Osborne has a chance.
Yeah, as long as Anderson starts to finish his doubles early, he seems to continue that vein throughout the match. It's when he misses a couple of early ones, and that will do him the power of good.
Gary Anderson. Second leg Collins.
And I'm sure Osborne's aware of that.
Game on.
Yeah. Just what Anderson needed, just to settle the nerves a little. I may look at treble 19 here. If that dart drops 99. Below the treble 20 bed, the way that Osborne throws his darts, it's very difficult to see a way through. So 9 times out of 10 he'll come downstairs.
19.
Well, we talked about Gary Anderson and his game head. 19 scored. Still to come. Thursday night at the Slam, Mervyn King against James Wade.
100.
It's got drama written all over that
78.
one. It's never far away when Merv's playing.
Well, neither player has quite settled down yet on the stage.
Well, they'll both be aware, as will Wayne Jones.
58.
It's a reasonably good side of the draw and a fantastic opportunity to make the semi of the Slam.
60.
Well, no rhythm at all from Anderson. Sarah Osborne. Buzz and hum around the arena, just waiting for this this match to ignite.
64.
Scoring is Anderson's trademark.
140.
It's Rachel. Gary Anderson's partner.
60.
Well, only 60 gives Anderson a chance here, reminding you the first 2 10 for a place in the quarter-finals. Another one of those would be perfect. Well, back-to-back 140s from Gary Anderson.
120.
Put a bit of pressure on Osborne here.
Two 140s in the last leg. 2 140s in this leg. It's awkward.
Well, it was too awkward, wasn't it?
56. Gary, you require 64.
So maybe a chance here. Double 8 for Anderson. Well, that augurs well for the Scot. 2 darts and a double and 2 hits, and he leads 2-0.
To throw first. Game on.
We've seen it from King in the Premier League on one evening. He hit a double with his very first dart and he went through the card. Never missed a double all night, and I think that's very much the same mentality as Anderson. If he starts well on his finishing, he tends to grow in confidence.
95.
Well, Osborne needs to find some hefty scoring here.
44.
Anderson just signs that he's beginning to find his range.
100.
Yeah, that first dart sitting up lovely, right on the top of the wire. Don't think much of that man's girlfriend.
I don't think much of the spelling either.
96.
Looking for another 140 here, Anderson.
140.
Yeah. 5 140s already and just inching the average up. And the most pleasing thing for Gary Anderson thus far is that he's hit 2 doubles from 2 attempts.
80. Gary requires 71.
So tops he needs.
Game
Well,
shot
3 out
to
of
the
3
third
now
leg.
for
Gary
Anderson.
Anderson.
And 3-0 it is. He hasn't
Fourth
missed
leg
a
to
double.
throw first.
He's hit
Game
tops with the first start in the first leg, double 8 with the first start in the second leg, and tops again to lead 3-0.
Osborne's got to put the brakes on Anderson's run. They're sitting perfect for Gary.
99.
Loves it when that first start sits up. It's got 180 written all over it.
You said it. Well, that's a perfect dart for Osborne. That's why. Can he follow it in with all 3? Yes, and he needed that. He needed to get something to kickstart, to get him into this match. A maximum will do just that.
140.
A 6th 140 for Anderson.
A bit of a cushion in this leg, Osborne. He will need a treble though.
40.
He's left the door open.
$97.
Yeah, good thinking.
Colin, you require 146.
Osborne now will need to get this. He's got 6 darts, hasn't he? He hasn't had a dart at a double yet, and from here he has to get a chalk on the board, as they say.
Treble 18. It's a wild one.
I think he'd have been better staying there, you know, because there was 76. So much room in the treble 20 bed, and with Anderson back on 165, it was a 50-50 shot.
There's going to be pressure on this 70.
Well, there will be now.
132.
He'll be disappointed with that dart because he was looking for the 5, which would have left him tops on a 1 darter, and it was a poor dart from Anderson. Hit the big 12 instead of the big 5.
He's going to get 1 dart at double 16 for his first leg.
Needs it.
38.
Well, Anderson really should be getting 3 darts at a double. Now leaves double 16. 1 left.
1.
Don't understand the logic of that. He went for a 5 to leave tops, but didn't go for a 13 then to leave 2 10s.
Yeah. Totally in agreement with you there. 2 darts missed to go 4-0 up with a double break of throw. Make a note of that. Could be an important moment in this game. Well, that was snatched. A mile away.
Now this is awkward, Stuart. He's going to have to come around the dart.
Could be a brilliant dart if it goes in.
16.
Left himself too much to do there.
Require 32.
Expect Anderson to get this.
Or not.
24.
Well,
Colin, you require
Osborne has missed 4 darts. Anderson has missed 5. 3 out of 3, Anderson, until this leg.
It's unlucky. He's going to have to go high or low.
Game shot.
Well, he goes in the middle.
Well, I don't think he quite believes that dart went in. 3-1 it is. And finally, Osborne is on the board. But I wonder how important that could prove to be. It'll give him some confidence. He's got a leg on the board finally. but his opponent missed 5 darts to go 4-0 up with a double break of throw, Chris.
Yeah, and that all stems from that lazy dart at a 5 that drifted into a 12. I'm not sure that the Osborne pace will suit Anderson. He's very deliberate. I wouldn't say he's excessively slow. Anderson really likes to get on with it. He likes the pace of a Lewis or the pace of his potential
100.
next round opponent, Wayne Jones.
Could it be his first?
140.
8 140s is great scoring, considering we're only in the 5th leg of the match. But yeah, you're spot on. Hit 2 brilliant treble 20s, nearly single 5 to leave tops, and hit the 12, and then continued to make a mess of it. But that was unlucky for
80.
Osborne.
Gary, you require
The corner of the
125.
wire. So 6 darts for Anderson. Treble 20 would leave tops for a 1-2-5. Brilliantly done. That's more like it, isn't it? A 1-2-5 nail from Gary Anderson. It could have been so much better for him, but I'm sure before a dart was thrown he'd settle to leave 4-1 at the first break. Osborne with it all to do. The Scot 4-1 up in the race to 10. Welcome back to the Grand Slam of Darts 2010 here at the Wolverhampton Civic, and Gary Anderson looking for a place in the quarter-finals. Already reached the semis twice of the Slam, and 4-1 up on Colin Osborne. Could easily have been 5-0, but Anderson will settle for this. A 95 average to 81 from Osborne, and I guess that sums it up.
Yes, Osborne 1 from 7,
14%
on his double attempts. Needs a double finish.
Yeah, needs to start well, needs to have a good session here.
Well, we've seen it with the previous match.
Yeah, that's the second maximum, and that's a perfect start to this session.
Tony O'Shea won the first session in that 4-1, and then Terry
96
bounced straight back after the break and won his session 4-1.
That's exactly what Colin Osborne needs to do here.
Started with a good intent.
Well, switch. That's the worst possible dart for Osborne. Now look at 18s here, because that flight was blocking the treble 19 bed. So much talent, Gary Anderson.
60.
As he reached the final of the UK Open, came very close to beating Taylor in the quarterfinals of the World Grand Prix. Top 10 now in the world in the PDC.
And he has won a... This is yet another 180 from Osborne. Certainly is.
190.
Yeah, I think he's won half a dozen titles on the tour this year as well, hasn't he, Anderson?
He's won 28 ranking titles in total, but he also won the 2 big ones in Holland, the World Darts Trophy and the IDL in 2007, so he can win.
No pressure on the shot here from Osborne, but he's hit 2 maximums in this leg. He's come out firing 52 after the break.
Problem for Osborne 65. In this is that it's with his own throw. He needs legs like this against the darts.
Mervyn King against James Wade, still to come Thursday night here in Wolverhampton. Again, that's awkward. But Anderson back on 140.
Yeah, there should be no pressure on a shot like that.
Gary, you require 140.
I mean, this is a 1 out of 10 shot, I'd say.
The treble would leave tops.
45.
Well, again, another poor dart, another loose dart. You know, the way that Osborne has not been
convincing
on his doubles. That was a poor dart from Gary Anderson. Well, that's a good lie this time for Osborne. Yeah, there we go. Exactly my point. A second leg, 2 out of 12 on the doubles.
I mean, that was 17 darts, that leg, and he hit 2 180s.
60.
We've got a chance here, only 60 from Anderson. Slow start of the Scot after the break. Another 180 here, Colin Osborne.
Awkward, has to come downstairs. Gets the switch.
But if he can get on a roll, if he can
98.
Get some legs together like we saw against Whitlock and against Chisnall, the power scoring. And I watched him as we look at Anderson looking for a maximum. Yeah, Anderson's first of the match. A couple more to come, I'm sure. Coast stomping, he'll be in action Friday night here against Colin Lloyd. Yeah, last year, October 2009, I saw him beat Taylor in the Championship League darts final down in Essex, and
83.
He was terrific.
Yep, I watched that one. I watched him stick probably the 4 best legs together I've ever seen, and he included a 9 and a 10 dart leg in the same series of legs. It was phenomenal.
3 years ago, he hit 2 9-darters in competition in the space of a month.
70.
May look at 17s here. Oh, that's a beauty. Great dart from Anderson to lead tops. How about that? As his average nudges over 95.
He's certainly outplaying Osborne at the moment in all departments.
58. Gary, you require 40. Game shot to the 7th flag. Gary Anderson.
So 5-2 it is.
Colin to throw first. Game on.
We're going to get a situation where Osborne's going to run out of legs.
Well, I'm just going to say, I feel if I'm sure Anderson's thinking the same. One more break of throw could do it. You know, if he can just put Osborne under enough pressure on his throw, and it's a long way back from that.
Yeah, I agree. Great adjustment.
99.
Just wonder, you know, it's been 18 or 19 months since Gary Anderson switched across the great darting divide. I reckon he was probably a year
77
too late, and I think he'll be the first to admit now that he may should have switched a year earlier, but he's been making up for lost time.
140.
Yeah, he certainly has. I mean, I've known Gary since he was in his 20s, and he was an unbelievable player then. But it really was more of a hobby than a profession. But I think he's so talented that I would not be surprised to see him lift a major title. Not got many years left, I don't think. Certainly would have to come in the next couple.
134.
Wow.
That's a big plate of chips.
Yeah. Athletes at the darts. Beer and chips.
And a night at the darts.
Gary, you require 128.
Well, both on nice finishes. He'll stay there for double 10. Double 10.
Oh, 118.
That was unlucky.
Well, you require 126.
It's an overused phrase, bent the wire, but that really did bend the wire.
Certainly did. Full 19s now for Osborne. Leaves the ball. The only way to go, really, this way. Still got a chance of a finish now. 1:07 left. Treble 19 leaves ball. Great second dart.
This
is a must.
Massive dart.
101.
Unlucky. Unlucky. Now these key darts for Gary Anderson here. Aiming high. Yes, and used a deflection. Really good darts there from Anderson. He just put the pressure on.
Gary to throw first.
6-2 up now with a double break, and exactly the point that we were making, Chris, that Anderson felt that he had the momentum to really make a difference.
Certainly did. You could see he was really pushed hard in that leg. He knew Osborne was starting to, you know, maybe his body language was, you know, beginning to show signs of wear and tear.
135.
And that's a different sign, I'll have you know.
It still says leg end for me. Come down for 19s again, Colin Osborne. Yeah, good dart. Keeps him in this leg. Bit of pressure here on Gary Anderson.
Yet another 140.
100.
Wow. Beer, chips and burger. That was a big burger, wasn't it?
He must be one of the more wealthy fans.
Well, Osborne here. This is pressure.
May switch downstairs.
Yeah, 177 will be just as good, but
so that leaves a nice 3-dart finish.
140 would be a beauty here. Yeah. Well, he'll look at 16 to leave tops.
36. Colin, you require 130.
Option there for 140 to leave double 18, but Anderson likes tops. Well, he's got a chance here. There's a lot of room. Well, that was unlucky. The bed had opened up for him there.
41.
A big target.
40.
There goes 5 clear.
9 flag. Gary Anderson.
98 average for Anderson.
Throw first.
And he's played okay, but that's about as much as you can say. But that's all he's had to do. It's sort of second, third gear performance from Gary
Osborne
Anderson.
is up to his highest average at the moment, really. You know, if you're talking about distance in this match, and he's only up to 85-ish. So you'd have to think that if someone would have come out of the gate a bit quicker, it'd be more even.
Yeah, I also think that at 97, 98 average, Anderson's got another gear if he needed it.
Another 2 gears.
60.
Awkward, that first dart dipping below. He'll have to come downstairs now.
91.
Oh, future Queen's in. Well, it could be her mum. Royalty at the darts.
And Mervyn King to come.
34.
Too many loose darts. Anderson will sense a chance again here.
26.
Well, we gave him the big up, didn't he, the way he played the last 2 games, Colin Osborne. He's let us down here.
Well, he seems to have slipped back into the form he showed in his first group game against Thornton, where he was pretty much averaging around the same mark. Nobody'd be more disappointing than Colin.
He has great ability.
That's great focus, great bottle, great action, and there's a result.
Yeah, great darts. A 4th maximum for Osborne. But Anderson here is still favourite to win the leg. Brilliant, brilliant from the Scot. Anderson now averaging 99. He's left with the crumbs here, isn't he, Osborne?
Yeah, really started to turn the screw, Anderson. Doesn't rain, it pours for Osborne at the moment.
Gary, you require 54.
Frustration for Osborne. Tops for another one. Double 10.
34. Colin, you require 90.
Options for Osborne. He should go for the treble 20 for double 15. If he hits a 20, another 20 will leave him ball. He's got to guarantee himself at least one dart at the ball. Well, 25 ball now.
Yep, treble 5 there, and he's missed the 25, and
38.
I'm afraid those 3 darts summing up Colin Osborne's evening. That's 3 darts he's missed, Anderson. No, not that time. Gary Anderson totally in control. 8-2 up, an average of 97. And Anderson is 2 legs away from a convincing win and a place in the Grand Slam quarter-finals. Day 6 of the Daily Mirror Grand Slam of Darts, and what a match to round the night off. Mervyn King against the number 2 seed James Wade. That is to follow as Gary Anderson needs 2 more legs for a place in the quarter-final. Colin Osborne has been totally outplayed in every facet of the game tonight. Anderson has been in 3rd gear probably. But still far too good for his opponent. 8-2, it would take the biggest comeback of Osborne's career, bar none, if he was to turn this around and win this match. What's your greatest ever comeback?
It would have to be the Martin Adams turnaround in the World Championship quarterfinals. There was ball sets to 1 down. And managed to win 5 sets to 4, 6-4 in the tiebreaker. The good old days. I didn't shake my head much then.
And what happened after that?
I lost to Barneveld 5-2 and he went on to win it. I won all my sets pretty comfortably, and I lost 3 sets, 3-2. And that was the difference.
Well, that was some comeback, this would be. And to be honest with you, it just doesn't look likely.
Yeah, it's a long way back in this leg. 2 140s from Anderson. 13 140s.
135.
Yeah. Well, that's one way. Yeah,
dentist chair?
Probably better with a straw.
109.
Anderson is in a hurry, only his 2nd 180, but what it does do is push his average up over 100. Been impressive. Anderson's I always thought from the start of the week that the top half of the draw that Anderson would be a major player. He was my pick, if you like, to go all the way to the final. Let's see. Yeah, double 10 and
12 dart leg.
Gary Anderson.
Yeah, and he's won the last 5.
Colin to throw first.
And to be honest, he's not looked like he's being pushed into this average. You know, he is banging on a 100 average, and he doesn't even look like he's broke sweat. There's plenty more to come from Anderson.
Well, knowing Colin Osborne as I do, he'll be bitterly disappointed.
93.
Finishing Anderson, you would think if Anderson in any game finishes over 40%, 9 times out of 10 he'll win it.
134.
Fabulous stuff. He's relaxed now, averaging 100, and Osborne averaging 85. But he'll be desperately disappointed that, you know, on the big stage, big TV event, he's performed like this.
Yeah, it's disappointing. No one likes to see a player of
59
of Osborne's ability just struggle, and it just doesn't happen. Some days you get up there and you feel $1 million and you play like a wally. Other times you can go up there and
140.
not feel like it and play like a dream.
Is Anderson going to be a major threat now, do you think?
Yeah, I think he was a major threat at the beginning of the week. He's a player that you'd write off at your peril. He's got to be considered in every event that he plays in. I mean, he's won big events before. He's beaten Taylor 7-3 in a final. Anybody who beats Taylor over distance, you know, you've got to tip your cap to and regard as a major player.
Well, Taylor, minus the glasses, in action on Friday night, taking on Ronnie Baxter. We've got Waits against Barneveld, Stompy and Lloyd, Hankey against Beaton. And then we'll know our quarter-final lineup on Saturday here at Wolverhampton.
Got to be careful here, Osborne. Nah.
90.
It's a great shot, leaves 130. Last chance saloon. 16 for tops.
Yep.
96.
Well, it's now or never, Mr. Osborne, if you want to win another leg. A night to forget for the Wizard. No magic touch tonight. Well, that's awkward, but he has to have a go for it. Well, he pushed it through. Wouldn't it be ironic?
Sums up his night, that one.
Gary, you require 40.
So be back to fight again.
To win it comfortably, double 10. Ooh, nowhere near with either dart. Well, they were 3.
Wants to watch that shoulder.
Yeah, they were 3 terrible darts.
More shoulder in those 3 than there was in a discus throw.
They were 3 poor darts, Chris.
I'm an aficionado on those.
That's awkward, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think two double 16. Yeah.
Good call. Good call. Will it be a good dart?
Yes.
Game shot in a 12th leg. Colin Osborne.
A rare hold for Osborne.
Game on.
Now 3 match darts wasted by Gary Anderson. There were 3. Well, 3 of the worst darts he's thrown in the match, to be fair.
Hardest double to hit, the last one.
$96. $140.
Wow, I'm not sure that's on Weight Watchers. She going to come up for air?
I think if it was on Weight Watchers, it'd be a few points, wouldn't it?
60.
A month's worth. Have you seen the burgers here?
60.
I just lost a little bit of concentration and focus, Gary Anderson, with the finishing line in sight.
He's comfortably in front in this leg.
Well, the smile from Osborne was because 59. Of that second dart, because his range has just been sorely lacking. Too many darts dipping underneath the treble 20 bed, and that's been the root, if you like, of all his problems tonight.
Yeah, it's that first dart has murdered him. He's been below the treble, and that's a little bit of sign of tension when you see a player constantly being below it, and when he adjusts, tries to adjust over it, that's the result. It just doesn't feel natural.
What do you say, though? I mean, sometimes when you come out to play, you just know it's not going to be your night.
Absolutely. And you can't force it.
Well, he's missed the big 16. Again, unforgivable. Too many slack darts and a shake of the head, indeed, Mr. Anderson, because it's 32. Darts like that which may cost him later on in the tournament.
Yes, certainly will. Well, you've got to believe this really is Osborne's last chance.
Unlucky.
42.
So he's already missed 3 darts to win the match, Gary Anderson. Not this time. A really impressive performance, just like that, he says. Just like that. And Gary Anderson, twice a semi-finalist here at the Grand Slam, is one step closer to the big prize. He will take on Wayne Jones, the local hero, in the quarterfinals on Saturday. A convincing win for Anderson over Colin Osborne. 10-3. Don't go anywhere. King against Wade to come.